Forging ahead, Massena manages to block the Austrians' path.
Oh, Massena! Incredible Massena, yeah! Today I'm reacting to Napoleon and the Battle of Bassano. Let's get to it.
History TV, BMF Productions collaboration. In 1796, at the height of the French Revolutionary Wars, a young French general took charge of a ragged, demoralized army in northern Italy. It was his first command. Many expected him to fail. Instead, in just 1 month, he won his first...
It's a bit loud. Drop it a bit. Here we go.
Brilliant campaign. With astonishing self-confidence, boldness and energy, he led his army to victory after...
Yeah, so we did Lodi and Castiglione. If you haven't watched them, watch them so you can catch up. There's also the Siege of Toulon, very good. I love this series. Thanks very much again to anyone who suggested it. And now we continue on to Bassano. Bassano that I know nothing about. I didn't even check before. You see, I'm just discovering with you. I know close to nothing about this.
A victory. Transforming the war in Europe. Winning praise from a grateful republic. And forging a legend. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte's first campaign. And the dawn of a new age. August 1796. The war between France's infant republic and the coalition seems to be tipping in France's favor.
Yeah,
in the Vendée, General Hoche has brought the 3-year royalist revolt to an end.
No, up.
This appalling civil war has cost an estimated 165,000 lives and is the bloodiest chapter of the French Revolution. Bourbon Spain allies with France. They will combine forces against their common enemy.
Welcome Spain. Let's take on Great Britain. Welcome Spain. Bienvenido a España.
Great Britain. In Germany, the armies of
Hablo un poco de español.
General Jourdan and General Moreau have crossed the Rhine and are advancing on Vienna. While in Italy, Napoleon's stunning victory at Castiglione has sent the Austrians scurrying back to the Tyrol.
Backing the Austrian out. Now Mantua.
Napoleon can now resume his siege of Mantua.
Exactly.
The key to Italy. But he'll have to start over. The Austrians have used the interlude to drag away his heavy guns and demolish his siege works. In summer, the pestilential marshes that surround the city are lethal. The Austrian garrison has been decimated by disease, mostly malaria.
Oh, wow.
General Serrurier, commanding the French siege, also contracts the disease. He returns to France to recover and is replaced by General Sauge. Sickness and a shortage of equipment once more plague the French army in Italy. Even the heroic General Massena asks to be replaced, citing ill health and exhaustion.
Oh, if even Massena is asking to be replaced, when you know what he did in the Battle of Arcole, if even he is asking to be replaced, it must be very tough. Those were very tough conditions for both French and Austrian.
Napoleon rejects his request. Despite these problems,
we never said he was perfect.
Directory in Paris orders Napoleon to attack as part of a grand strategic offensive against Austria. He is to break through to Innsbruck, join forces with Moreau's Army of the Rhine, then together invade Austria and force Emperor Francis to sue for peace. Napoleon faces an enemy of roughly equal size. So he plans to use speed and concentration of force to fall upon Austrian troops in the Adige Valley and clear the path northwards. His opponent, Austrian Field Marshal von Wurmser, is under immense pressure to relieve Mantua. His staff believe that recent fighting has left the French army shattered and incapable of offensive operations. So the Austrians plan to make their own advance. Rather than try to force his way past French troops in the Adige Valley, Wurmser will keep Davidovich in a defensive role, while he leads a wide outflanking march via the Brenta Valley and Bassano to reach Mantua from the east. There he will
that's a long march, huh?
link up with its garrison. And when Napoleon comes south to face him, he will be caught between two Austrian armies.
I doubt if Bonaparte had had command of the Austrian force. He could have contributed better for his own purpose.
The Austrians begin their advance on the 1st of September. French forces begin their advance the following day. Massena pushes up the Adige Valley, with Augereau taking a tougher...
So basically they don't know. I guess both sides don't know what the other side is doing. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, let's see.
...mountainous route on his right. General Vaubois marches around Lake Garda
That
to...
Vaubois is alone, no? Guys, Vaubois is gonna be a bit in trouble here.
...join them, with one brigade crossing by boat.
Ah, okay. We got
The forward Austrian outposts are driven in. And by the 4th, 3 French divisions are converging on Davidovich's heavily outnumbered force, near Rovereto.
Okay, good.
General Victor leads the main attack straight up the road,
Come on,
driving
Victor.
back the enemy center.
I don't know, Victor is Austrian or is he French? I don't know.
Meanwhile, French light infantry
Okay, let's go
swarm up
French.
the sides of the valley to outflank the enemy. It's a tactic the French will use again and again to force the Austrians out of strong positions in the narrow passes. The Austrians are driven up the valley towards Davidovich's main camp at
We see Vukasovic, our friend Vukasovic. You remember from the episode before. So now Vukasovic, Spork, they're under Davidovich. Alright. Okay, bye-bye Vukasovic.
Calliano.
Push them back, guys.
As Napoleon remarks, this position should have been impregnable. Sheer mountains, either side of a valley floor that's just a few hundred yards wide.
Looks like it, huh? Looks difficult to take that.
A small castle and wall add to the formidable natural defenses. But its defense has been left to a single, shaken Austrian regiment, which is given no time to prepare. When the French hit them with speed and numbers, they give way. Massena's troops break through to the main Austrian camp, where soldiers, expecting a much
But thank God we kept Massena, huh? That was a good idea to keep Massena. He's doing great.
longer respite, are preparing dinner. The arrival of the French sparks chaos and confusion.
Wait, I missed him.
They are a much longer break through to the main Austrian camp, where soldiers, expecting a much longer respite, are preparing dinner. The arrival of the
Imagine you're preparing dinner, you think, okay, we got that, tonight we can rest, and you got the French arriving on you. What a sight to behold.
French sparks chaos and confusion. The Austrian escape route is immediately jammed with fleeing troops, wagons and guns. The French round up around 3,000 prisoners, alongside 25 guns and 7 standards.
Fantastic. Well done. Good.
Napoleon
Perfect.
had thought that he faced the whole Austrian army around Trento. But now, speaking with prisoners and locals, he learns that Wurmser and half his army have set off down the Brenta Valley. Destination unknown. With typical speed and decisiveness, Napoleon tears up the plan to join Moreau at Innsbruck and orders a pursuit. If he can catch and destroy Wurmser before he reaches safety, the war in Italy will be won.
Basically, he does his own stuff. I mean, when you did everything is done, you can say whatever you want to the directory. I mean, what are they gonna do? They're not on the field. They haven't done anything. Screw them. Go ahead, do your stuff, Napoleon.
When Wurmser receives news of the fiasco at Calliano, his troops are already strung out along the Brenta Valley, with his vanguard approaching Vicenza. There is nothing to gain by turning back. He orders Davidovich to hold the passes north, assuming they are Napoleon's objective, and pushes on to Mantua. But Napoleon is not going north.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do, actually, but hope.
He orders Vaubois to pursue Davidovich and keep him blocked in, while Augereau's division leads the rest of the army down the narrow, funnel-like Brenta Valley in pursuit of the Austrians. The army of Italy is brimming with confidence and momentum, and marches much faster than the Austrians. A small force at Levico offers token resistance, before it's bundled down the Brenta Valley.
Allez, guys, come on, push!
The next day,
Let's
French
go.
light infantry rout a 3,000-strong Austrian rearguard at Primolano, taking most of them prisoner.
Allez, good.
Wurmser decides to make
Keep
another
pushing.
stand at Bassano, where the valley opens into flat plains.
At Bassano, exactly like Napoleon said. Come on, guys. You know Napoleon studied Bassano and the landscape and everything.
With Colonel Lannes leading the charge, the Austrians are driven back, then chased into town by Murat's
Lannes was such a badass marshal. I mean, he wasn't marshal yet, but a badass general.
cavalry. Amid panic, chaos and blocked roads, the French take another 2,000 prisoners, including an Austrian general and 30 guns.
Everything's
Wurmser
going great,
is
guys.
in
Everything's going great. Keep pushing, keep doing well. We're not far from Venice, by the way. Everything is going well, guys. Fantastic. I like this video.
down to 12,000 men, outnumbered 2 to 1, with part of his force retreating in the wrong direction towards Trieste. His only hope is to reach Mantua.
Yeah. And then what? And then what? You're stuck in Mantua. This is what's gonna happen, isn't it? It's gonna be stuck in Mantua.
The two armies are in a foot race. But for the first time in the campaign, Austrian soldiers outmarch their exhausted French counterparts.
It's okay, guys. You did so much already.
Wurmser leaves a small garrison at the fortress of Legnago to slow Augereau's pursuit. Forging ahead, Massena manages to block the Austrians' path.
Oh, Massena! Incredible, Massena! Yeah! I like. It's my favorite because we have in Nice, where I'm from, we have the Plaza Massena, the place Massena. Ah, yes!
Terrea. But General Ott makes a determined attack and clears the road,
It's okay,
taking
Massena.
700 French prisoners and 7 guns.
Ah, well
It is
done,
a
Ott.
rare defeat for Massena. With the help of a local informant, Wurmser then finds an intact, unguarded bridge across the Tiorne River and reaches the outskirts of Mantua on the 13th of September. His army has been saved from destruction by the skin of its teeth.
Yeah. Almost.
Napoleon has failed to prevent Wurmser reaching Mantua. But he knows that if he can bottle him up inside the city, it will put intolerable strain on its supplies. For that reason, Wurmser wants to keep his army outside the city walls, free to maneuver, and, crucially, forage for supplies in the surrounding country. The next morning, as Augereau accepts the surrender of the Austrian garrison at Legnago, Massena tries a surprise attack at Due Castelli. But it's overambitious. His men have not had time to recover from their long march, and the Austrians fight bravely. The following
Don't get too overconfident, guys. Massena, come on. Get back in the game.
Napoleon launches a much larger, coordinated attack. Sauge's division advances on the right. His troops are soon in heavy fighting with Ott's brigade around the Villa La Favorita. Augereau's division, under temporary command of General Bonn, advances along the Mincio River, trying to turn the Austrian right flank. When Wurmser sends reserves for his centre to strengthen both flanks, Massena's concealed division launches its attack. Victor and Rampont lead the way with their veteran demi-brigades.
Ah yes, so Victor was French.
Austrian
It's okay, Victor, we keep you.
cavalry hurl themselves at the French, but are beaten off. Heavy fighting rages on the outskirts of Mantua for much of the afternoon. Finally, Wurmser's centre begins to crumble, and the French take...
Let's get the Wurmser. If we get Wurmser, it's over for Italy. We get Italy. Come on.
San Giorgio. Much of the Austrian right wing is cut off. Many are forced to surrender, while others flee into the lake.
They're gonna get malaria.
With the Austrian line shattered, Wurmser orders his men to fall back to the safety of Mantua's citadel.
It's an absolute disaster for Wurmser. I mean, the guy must be like, what the hell is happening to me? Who are these people? What is happening to the French? He must be wondering. Everything is going wrong for him. The only thing that went well in this video for Wurmser is that he managed somehow to find some sort of a bridge to pass. And Ott miraculously beating Massena. That's it.
The troops that were
If Wurmser watched the video, he's not gonna like it.
to have rescued Mantua are now trapped alongside its garrison. By early October, the French...
So yeah, that's true. They came here to relieve Mantua, to bring food and to free Mantua. They're now trapped with them. Oh, can you imagine how stupid you must look? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, actually, about that. The French are outside. We stuck with you. Now we have more mouth to feed.
cut off the city and resumed their siege. Conditions inside Mantua deteriorate rapidly. Disease, wounds and malnutrition kill on average nearly 100 Austrian soldiers every day for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Civilians are reduced to eating rats and horses. Napoleon, meanwhile, returns to Milan, sending his aide-de-camp, Major...
In these conditions, you can't send them someone to parley, you know, to get, okay guys, surrender. That's stupid. People are dying, just surrender. I mean, maybe I'm naive, but could we have sent someone like this?
Marmont to Paris to present 22 captured Austrian standards to the Directory. But elsewhere, the war has not been going so well for France.
Yeah, because Napoleon is not over there.
Archduke Charles, younger brother of the Emperor Francis, has defeated General Jourdan's army twice in 2 weeks.
Ah, Jourdan, what are you doing?
It and General Moreau's army of the Rhine are forced to retreat back to the frontier. These setbacks mean Napoleon will get...
It means Napoleon did the right move by tracking down Wurmser. Because if he hadn't, he would have he could have not met with Moreau, and he would have been at the north, isolated, with his line of supply cut off by Wurmser. See? The Directory.
At very few of the reinforcements he's so urgently requested. He and his men are exhausted.
The Directory, they're unbelievable. They are useless.
Many of them are sick. They must contain an enormous and increasingly desperate garrison in Mantua, with the certain knowledge that the Austrians will try again soon to save the city.
Of course, the Austrians, they can recover because Jourdan and Moreau didn't do the job up there.
And there are diplomatic concerns which also trouble Napoleon. In Rome, the Pope stirs animosity against the French, citing their treatment of the Catholic Church in the territories they administer.
Yeah, that's true. that's revolutionary. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Can't blame them.
These now include the Cispadane Republic, formed in part from the Duchy of Modena, which Napoleon has abolished for colluding with the enemy. There is also the lingering threat that Naples may rejoin the...
Why is Corsica red? Wait, why is Corsica red? Napoleon is from Corsica. Corsica is French at this point. Did we lose it? What happened to Corsica? Do you know it? Do you know what happened? Let me know.
War at a critical moment
Give us back
to stab
Corsica.
him in the back. So, to secure his southern flank, Napoleon concludes a comprehensive peace treaty with Naples without bothering to consult the Directory.
Yeah, he's right. Just stop consulting the Directory. They use us anyway.
It's actions like this that feed the whispers in Paris. This popular young general's ambition seems limitless. Might he not one day prove a dangerous political player?
Yeah, maybe.
But such talk will be moot if Napoleon fails in Italy. That autumn, as Austrian troops march once more to the relief of Mantua, he will face his most skilled opponent yet, Feldzugmeister Joseph Alvinci.
Ah, yeah, Alvinci. Ah, that's gonna be tough.
The first man to defeat Napoleon Bonaparte in battle.
Ah, so next episode we're watching a defeat.
A big thank you to PMF Productions for their...
But the next episode is Arcole. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the next episode brings. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the episode, if you're not subscribed yet. And give the video a like. That helps with the algorithm. And keep the recommendation coming. Again, I have a list. Don't worry, it will show up at some point. I will do it at some point. I like the recommendation, they are good. So keep them coming and keep the comments and everything. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day.